I will literally just focus on the next things that need to happen. I love to like close it out, like close that tab, like it's done. That thing's taken care of, move on. And so I will focus on just getting that done until it's done. And I'll tell my kids, I'll be like, hey, right now, this is the most important thing. I have to get everything ready for the Kilimanjaro trip. So that means XYZ. You need to be, working on your studies on your own. And I have I've been able to establish systems to a point where they can be autonomous with some of those things. That doesn't mean they're up here. They're not where I want them to be all the time, but they're at that level of maintaining, if that makes sense. So I'll go into maintenance mode of like, hey, you're at least going to do, these things to maintain your studies or whatever. And then same with me, like I'm focusing on, I'm at least doing my U level 1 habits. So we kind of go into this maintenance mode where we're maintaining things. We're not regressing, but the priority goes to not whatever, maybe it's not even the marriage right now. Maybe it's not even improving the parenting or the next level with the family that you want. You're going there, but Greg calls it clearing the runway. You have to clear the runway. You're like, I want to go here and I want to do this and I want to fix the marriage and I want to do the parenting, but I've got this runway covered with stuff. You have to clear the runway to be able to get to that point, to be able to work on that thing, right? You can't take off in the plane until you get all the stuff off the runway. So for me, the way how that looks is looking at the next thing that's got a deadline, especially saying, okay, I'm putting all of my energy and focus into doing this. It's the priority, but letting my family know like what's happening and communicating with them like, hey, yeah, I'm hearing you and I understand, but here's where I'm at right now. So this is kind of how I see it playing out. Does that work for you? Can I, how can we work together on this so that they're not just like being ignored or feel like they're being ignored or rejected or whatever. And the other thing is I make sure that I don't burn myself out, because the worst thing you can do to be productive is to burn yourself out. And that's where the habits come into preventing that, because when you stick to the habits and when you say, okay, I'm done now because now I'm going to do my yoga, or now I'm going to read a book, or now I'm going to take a bath, that helps you to maintain sanity and productivity and to feel good in the process, because ultimately that's what it comes down to. If you feel crappy in the process, then it's not worth it.